I'm writing a book on empathy, and I'm arguing against it. I'm arguing that empathy is fundamentally, from a moral standpoint, a bad thing. It makes the world worse. I'm using empathy in the sense of putting yourself in the shoes of another person, feeling their pain. And it might seem obvious that'll make you a good person because it makes you more likely to care for them and more likely to help them. But one problem is that empathy blinds you to long-term consequences of your action. It's because of empathy that the whole world cares so much more about a baby stuck in a well than we do about global warming. The philosopher Peter Singer gives an example of what he calls warm glow altruists for charities. So what they do when they give to a lot of different charities and they give a little bit of money to each one. Because for each one they get a little rush. Oh, I'm helping the blind babies. Oh, I'm helping the farm workers. Oh, I'm helping the chickens. And the problem is when you give a small amount of money to a charity, often it doesn't do much good because the money they take to process your donation, in some cases actually, is such that the charity takes a loss in your donation. So Singer describes warm glow altruists who basically give because they get a buzz out of it, as opposed to what he calls effective altruists. And effective altruists say, what does the world need? How could I use my money to best ends? How could I volunteer and act to make things better? And Singer argues, I think convincingly, that it's the effective altruists that make a bigger change in the world. A lot of our failures to make the world a better place, but also a lot of our awful actions, are motivated by a sort of moralistic rush. Empathic engagement, being caught up in the suffering of victims, is usually the #1 argument in a democratic country for going to war. It's how the government persuaded us to support the war in Iraq. If we ever go to war against ISIS, like a full-blown military war, it will be motivated by our feelings for the suffering of their victims. But that's just one consideration. The other consideration is how many people die in wars? How many other victims will they create? But our empathy, our selfish moralizing, zooms us in and says, oh my God, there are these people suffering, let's bomb the crap out of them. Let's destroy the whole country to save these people. And then people are later surprised that, oh gosh, apparently, we've killed 50,000 people. Gosh, who would have known? If you really want to make the world better, spend less time trying to maximize your own altruistic joy, and in a more cold-blooded way, think, how could I help other people?